Okay, so far we have learned how to set up content ahead of time before recording an instructional video, and we've learned how to use Screencastify to record our screens. So now I'm going to demonstrate for you how I'm going to use content that I've already created on Jamboard along with Screencastify to record an instructional video for my students. For this video, I'm going to use a feature that I haven't used in our previous lessons, embedding the webcam. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn that on. I'm going to record the browser tab since I don't plan to leave this tab during this lesson. And I'm going to give myself a 10-second countdown just so that I can see what I look like in the webcam and have time to adjust. All right, I'm going to get started. Hi scholars, Ms. Kendall here, and we've been working really hard learning the difference between fiction and nonfiction. We know that nonfiction is something that is written about something that's true or really happened, like history or maybe a biography of somebody. But now we want to look at some of the features of nonfictional text that help us understand it better. Are y'all ready? We're about to be detectives and find some features of nonfiction texts. Here we go. So here I have a page out of one of our epic books that we sometimes use in our reading class. And it is about zebras. How do I know that? Well, right here is a heading, A Zebra's Life, letting me know what's coming up on this page. Headings are like a little title that let us know what we're about to read about. So here I'm going to put a label for heading next to the heading on this page. As I'm looking through the text, I also see a word that is in bold print. This is called a keyword. Keywords are something that an author puts in bold or sometimes italic, which is that squiggly print. And it's meant to show us a word that we might not know or that we need to pay real close attention to. So we want to make sure that we pay attention to words that are in bold or italic text. Next, we have something here that we're used to seeing even in our fiction books, a picture. Pictures are often photos or drawings that help us understand more about what we're reading about. So if I'm having trouble picturing a zebra, maybe I've never seen one before, I can look at the picture to help me understand more about what I'm reading. Often with pictures, there is also a caption. A caption gives us another little clue about what we're reading. Sometimes the caption has new information. For example, this one just says that unlike horses, zebras live in the plains of Africa. Well, that was actually over here in the text, so it's just kind of reinforcing something that we need to pay attention to and learn about. And the last thing that some informational text has on the pages that we read is a text box. Now, sometimes there's not really a box around it, but it's a little bit of text like we see here. And it shows us more information or gives us a tip like this one, which says, look closely at this paragraph. What features make this zebra similar to a horse? So we have now identified 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different text features just on this page. Let's look at two more text features that you might find in a nonfiction book. They're usually at the back in the last pages. One of them is the glossary. The glossary is like a little mini dictionary in the back of a book, and it has definitions for a lot of words that you might not otherwise understand. Sometimes those keywords that we talked about on the previous page can be found listed here. And the last thing that's often on the last page of a book is the index. The index is a place you can look for more information on specific topics. For example, if I want to know about where zebras live, this tells me that I can find more information on pages 8 and 9. So these are just some more places you can find clues about what you're reading about in a nonfiction or informational text. I hope you enjoyed being a detective with me during this lesson. For your assignment today, I'm going to give you a couple of pages out of some informational text, and you are going to label those parts. Remember, you can always come back and watch our video again if you need to review the lesson. I look forward to seeing your work. So my video is saving to Drive. Now what's interesting here is that this video took on the name of my Jamboard. I've never seen that happen before. So that might be a new feature of Screencastify. But remember, if this was too generic or is not what you want it to be, you can click on it and change it. I'm going to leave it for now. And we won't wait for this whole thing to upload for this lesson, but hopefully you got a good idea of how you can use Screencastify in conjunction with other tools, such as a whiteboard or maybe even Google Slides, to create an instructional video for your students.